Bhutan, nestled in the eastern Himalayas, is predominantly mountainous, with sharp peaks rising up to 7,000 meters and deep valleys. Its geographic diversity includes subtropical plains in the south and subalpine Himalayan heights in the north. This terrain variation supports diverse ecosystems, which are home to rare species such as the snow leopard and Bengal tiger. Despite its small size of about 38,394 square kilometers, Bhutan's commitment to maintaining its natural environment is evident, as it mandates that 60% of its land remain forested for future generations. Bhutan has a population of approximately 800,000 people. The country's history is deeply intertwined with the introduction of Buddhism in the 7th century, which remains the essence of its unique identity. Historically isolated, Bhutan only began to open up to the outside world in the 1960s, maintaining a careful balance between modernization and preserving its cultural heritage. Today, Bhutan is known for its philosophy of gross national happiness, prioritizing the well-being of its citizens over economic growth. The Tiger's Nest Monastery, perched 900 meters above the Paro Valley, is not only a breathtaking sight, but also a place of profound spiritual importance. Founded in the 8th century by Guru Rinpoche, it is said he meditated here for 3 months after flying on the back of a tigress. The site has been revered ever since and draws thousands of pilgrims and tourists each year. The monastery was largely rebuilt in 1998 after a fire and continues to be a symbol of resilience and spiritual purity. Thimphu, the capital of Bhutan, seamlessly blends traditional Bhutanese culture with modern aspects of life. It's unique in that it is the only capital in the world without traffic lights. With a population of around 114,551, it houses the monarchy and the country's main governmental bodies. Despite rapid development, Thimphu retains its cultural identity, evident in its architecture and the daily life of its residents. The city is a gateway to Bhutan's past, with its dzongs and monasteries, alongside glimpses of a modern future. Chekas are a vital expression of Bhutanese culture, held in honor of Guru Rinpoche, who brought Buddhism to Bhutan. These annual religious festivals are characterized by days of dancing, traditional music, and elaborate masked performances. They are social gatherings as well as religious ceremonies, providing the community with an opportunity to renew their faith and receive blessings. Each valley or district has its own chechu, and the festivities can attract thousands of locals and tourists, eager to witness the vibrant cultural display. Punakhet Dzong, also known as Puntangyo Chenbi Pho Drang, the Palace of Great Happiness or Bliss, is a fortress that was constructed in 1637–38. It is situated at the junction of the Pho and Mo Chhu rivers, making it one of the most picturesque zones in Bhutan. Historically, it served as the government's seat until the capital moved to Thimphu in 1955. This dzong is not only a critical administrative building, but also holds a spiritual significance, containing relics from the time of Buddha and previous rulers. Bhutanese cuisine primarily features rice, chilies, and cheese. The national dish, imadachi, embodies this combination, featuring fiery chilies and soothing local cheese. Agriculture plays a central role in the diet, with red rice being a staple. Meats such as chicken, beef, and pork are also common, often prepared with a generous amount of spices. Bhutanese meals are typically rich in flavor and eaten by hand, providing a communal and tactile eating experience that reinforces the country's communal culture. The Phobjikha Valley, a vast U-shaped glacial valley in central Bhutan, is renowned for its scenic splendor and the winter habitat of the black-necked cranes. Every year, from late October to mid-February, the valley becomes home to over 300 cranes that migrate from Tibet. This conservation success is celebrated annually with the Black-necked Crane Festival, aimed at raising awareness and continuing support for crane conservation efforts in the region. Archery in Bhutan is more than a sport. It is a significant part of national identity, infused with competition and ritual. Tournaments are festive events where competitors wear traditional dress, and teams from different villages compete amidst music, dance, and socializing. Bows and arrows used are crafted from bamboo, and the targets are small and positioned over 100 meters apart, making Bhutanese archery a challenging and respected art. Bhutan's economy is based primarily on agriculture, forestry, and the export of hydroelectric power to India. Its GDP per capita stands at approximately $3,300, reflecting its status as a lower middle-income country. Despite this, the government's development policy centered on gross national happiness seeks to ensure that economic gains do not come at the cost of social and cultural degradation. Housing costs in Bhutan vary significantly between urban and rural areas. In urban centers like Thimphu, modern housing developments are more common, and prices can be high due to limited land and growing demand. In contrast, rural areas mostly consist of traditional style houses which are less expensive. The government has implemented various housing policies aimed at providing affordable housing to keep up with the urban migration. Income levels in Bhutan have steadily increased in recent years, with significant contributions from the tourism and hydroelectric power sectors. The average monthly income is around $31,000, approximately $400, but this varies widely between urban and rural populations. The government aims to reduce income inequality through targeted social programs and economic diversification. Bhutan's state religion is Vajrayana Buddhism, which influences all aspects of life and governance. Dzongkha is the national language used in government and religious texts, although several dialects are spoken throughout the country. English is widely used in education and business, serving as a bridge to the global community while preserving Bhutanese linguistic heritage. Bhutan is a constitutional monarchy with a parliamentary government. The transition to democracy in 2008 marked a significant change, with the King of Bhutan, Jigme Namgyel Wangchuk, voluntarily reducing the monarchy's power. Laws and policies are heavily influenced by the principle of gross national happiness, which seeks to balance material well-being with spiritual, emotional, and cultural needs. Bhutan's rugged terrain makes transportation challenging. The main mode of transport is by road, with buses and cars navigating the winding mountain roads. Paro Airport is the only international airport, connecting Bhutan with a few select destinations. Due to the terrain and the cost of maintaining infrastructure in such conditions, transportation costs can be relatively high. Bhutan's commitment to conservation is evident in its pristine natural environment. Over 70% of its territory is forested, and it has numerous national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. The government's strict tourism policies aim to protect these natural wonders, while allowing visitors to experience Bhutan's extraordinary biodiversity responsibly. Bhutan is considered one of the safest countries for tourists. The crime rate is very low, and the local population is generally welcoming and hospitable. However, visitors must be mindful of altitude sickness, particularly in high-altitude areas, and adhere to local laws and customs, which may differ significantly from those in their home countries. The Bhutanese are known for their hospitality and deep spiritual nature. Their lifestyle is heavily influenced by Buddhist teachings, which promote compassion and harmony. The concept of gross national happiness is a testament to the value placed on collective well-being, making Bhutan a unique study in balancing tradition and modernity. Bhutan is full of surprises. For instance, it's the world's only carbon-negative country, absorbing more carbon than it emits. It introduced television and the internet only in 1999, making it one of the last countries to do so. Additionally, all citizens officially become a year older on New Year's Day, so birthdays are collectively celebrated. Exploring Bhutan offers a glimpse into a kingdom that has managed to maintain its cultural identity amidst globalization. This tiny Himalayan nation goes beyond the scenic landscapes and architectural marvels, offering profound lessons in sustainability and happiness. From its commitment to environmental conservation to its innovative Gross National Happiness Index, Bhutan sets a global example for sustainable development and cultural preservation. As the world becomes increasingly interconnected, Bhutan's cautious approach to development ensures that its cultural heritage and environmental integrity remain intact. Visitors to Bhutan are not merely tourists, but learners who come to understand the deep connections between people, their culture, and the environment.